It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. And today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it will be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to cover downfield for the completion.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Harris running straight ahead. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, but it'll be second down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because obviously take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately did not get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. And gives it to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Able to find
set sail in the end zone, and he nearly made it too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with first and goal at the 1-yard line.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kenny Pickett scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Oswell good with the extra point, and that takes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. It's just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson options out left, and maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. He didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Pickett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Boswell's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out right around the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's got this to Pickens, and he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now Pickett. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Touchdown! Darnell Washington, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Duke Dawson picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He sets to fire deep. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Now Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
23 yards the pickup there. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Looking deep downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, this is Harris. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing